All right, what's good? What's good, people? Welcome to today's video. I know I've been slacking, but trust me, I've been wanting to make this video for a very, very long time. And that brings the question why I still don't believe in Ryan Poles. Now, I see a lot of Bears fans. It's been the third year in a row, or maybe the fourth year, depending if you want to count his first year. It's been 3 or 4 years, and every time I hear, "Oh, King Poles this, King Poles that," "Oh, King Poles fleeced the Carolina Panthers," "King Poles has built a very good roster. He drafted Caleb Williams, who is arguably the best quarterback in Chicago Bears history. King Poles this, King Poles that," and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, and I used to give Ryan Poles credit and called him King Poles. I will admit that as well. However, you notice that I haven't been saying King Poles this off season. Do you want to know why I haven't been saying that? Because my opinion last year hasn't changed. I don't believe in Ryan Poles for one simple fact that he doesn't establish he hasn't established a winning culture in Chicago since signing here. And the first year, yes, okay, he teared down the roster. Then what did he do? He failed Justin Fields. He put him in a terrible situation where he didn't succeed. Instead of firing Matt Eberflus at the end of the year, he decides to keep Matt Eberflus because he established a good defense and Eberflus didn't draft Justin Fields. Then he wasted Caleb Williams' development by a year by not giving him a brand new head coach, a brand new system. Instead, he gives Caleb Williams Matt Eberflus, which Eberflus totally ruined Caleb Williams' first year and wasted it. He totally wasted Caleb Williams' first year. And Ryan Poles should have fired him at the end of last year. But do you want to know what and people want to say, "Oh, well, what's your expectation for the Bears?" Dude, I'm not doing record predictions because I'm not saying that all the Bears will win this many games or the Bears will make a run to the NFC. No, I'm not doing that anymore. But I'm telling you this: if we don't get at least an attempt of making a playoff push, my trust for Ryan Poles is out the window, and I want him fired because it's been 4 years and he still hasn't contribute wins. People want to bring up, oh, he developed a good roster. Well, this good roster's best year was 7 wins. Okay, their best year was statistically 7 wins, and that was the only year that you could say that they were trying to make a playoff push. And don't even make me bring up the fact that we've been bottom dwellers for in the NFC North since Ryan Poles took over. I mean, what if we won like 3 games in the NFC North since Ryan Poles took over? Or the simple fact that Ryan Poles, we haven't won a Sunday game at home until we beat the Packers at the end of the year. Do you want to know why? Because Ryan Poles' staff has been atrocious. Now I have told you consistently, just because I say Ryan Poles did a good move by hiring Ben Johnson, by trading for all these good offensive linemen, does not mean I'm 100% sold on his job being safe. Now I want to put this thing to bed. and I've already did a video on this. Y'all got to go check it out. But if Ryan Poles drafts Ashton Jeanty with the 10th overall pick, it will not end well. Do you want to know why? Because the offensive line is going to be terrible. Building the trenches is important. Just like shout out to wide receiver Allen Robinson. Building the trenches is important. And which is why I want the Bills to draft Will Campbell with the 10th overall pick if he were to fall. If not, trade down and get Josh Simmons with the 17th or whatever pick you trade down to. Okay, the Bears should not go for running back because they're not in a win now scenario where they need Ashton Jeanty, because you're going to waste his young career playing for a offensive line that basically is pure and utterly terrible. So that's why I have questions of Ryan Poles. Now, Ryan Poles could prove me wrong and start winning games this year, but if we do not at least attempt to make a playoff push, I don't want Ryan Poles to be the general manager. And people will want to bring up, oh, he cleaned up Ryan Pace's, and I really hate to do this, but as bad as Ryan Pace's roster was and how he wasn't afraid to, trade picks to get players, Ryan Pace actually had a winning season, 12-4. Okay? As much as I hate to admit it, Ryan Poles has yet to sniff the playoffs. So I'm not sold on Ryan Poles. I'm not saying he has an offensive line, because we haven't established an offensive line since he's been the general manager. And I've seen him fuck up Justin Fields and ran him out of the town, made him the scapegoat. Now Caleb Williams is bound because they were trying. Ryan Poles, you had a coaching staff to make Caleb Williams into Case Keenum, into Chase Daniel or Alex Smith when he's not. Caleb Williams is 10 times the arm of those quarterbacks that I just said. Ryan Poles has developed a coaching staff to want to make their quarterback their like Alex Smith, like Kirk Cousins, like Sam, like when those quarterbacks are those quarterbacks. And it makes me question Ryan Poles' ability to develop not just a good roster, but just establish a winning culture. That's all we ask for. But until then, I have to remain skeptical about Ryan Poles. And people say, "Oh, are you going to expect Ryan Poles?" I can't guarantee you anything, but I will say this: if Ryan Poles, really wants to keep his job, even if he gets extended, I don't view his job as safe. But I still have questions about him, of him being a leader of men. But like I said, I need to see it to believe it. But that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below how y'all feel, and maybe you can try to uplift my optimism for me. So thanks for watching, and bear down.